Hello, everybody. This is Luther Palmer, and welcome to One Episode Stand, a podcast where Jobina Scott and I help you figure out what new shows to watch.
For each and every episode, we watch and discuss the series premiere of a brand new television show. Then, like the Rolling Stones we are, we move on to the next show.
We love them and leave them. We hit it and quit it. We tap it and scrap it. We smash and dash. Some people have one-night stands, no judgment, and we have one-episode stands, but we do it for you, the listeners.
Now, we're going to try our best not to spoil anything, but I'm telling you, no promises.
We're gonna try.
Like, we're really going to try.
Right.
How you doing?
I have that cold that just won't go away, like that one
sucks.
last symptom where it just yet holding on. And every night you go to bed like, this is the last night I'm going to be blowing my nose, everybody. And you wake up like, come on with this.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And we're still in that, do you have COVID mode? Like, people look at you
right,
funny.
Like, is it COVID?
Did you get the test though? And I'm like, I did the test. Yes, thank you. I got the home test. And it's not COVID. Is it rude to ask people, like, did you test yourself for COVID?
Yeah, I think it's rude. But have you noticed, I feel like public sneezing and coughing is coming back.
It's coming
back. Like, people are unashamed. They are coughing in public yet again.
Oh, my goodness. How you doing, Jobina?
I am good. I am traveling for work, so I'm a little bit tired.
Right.
But this road warrior gets to go home in one day.
Okay, KK. What is the name of the show we are recapping today?
This show is Mo. Mo is on Netflix. Mm-hmm. It is a 30-minute dramedy.
Oh.
So yes.
Is that? Did you make up that word?
No, I did not make it up. This is a real word. Pull up your Netflix. Look at the show description. It's going to tell you it is a dramedy.
Wait, the show says this is a dramedy?
It does. So this is a somewhat funny drama.
I mean, it fits. Like, as I'm thinking about the show, it fits. Maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, so it is about Mo's life. Mm-hmm. It is set in present day H-Town, break it down, Houston, my hometown,
H-Town.
Which I am.
Now, did you make up H-Town, break it down, or is that?
No, of course I did not. You know I'm not that cool. I can't make that stuff up. H-Town, break it down.
Well, I thought the show was shot in New York. Like the opening scene, he's like driving around and he's got rap music playing. It's a big city. I just assumed New York.
Luther, you didn't see the big sign that said Houston.
Wait, what do you mean big sign?
No, I mean, like, right on the screen, it says Houston in all capital white letters.
Are you serious?
In the opening scene, it says Houston.
Now, I am guilty of turning and looking away from shows. Like, I am very guilty of that. Like, if I'm grading papers or doing something else on my computer, I will look away. So it's clearly I missed it.
You were not paying attention. It's Houston, my hometown. So, of course, I was so excited to see the show set in my city.
What did you know about the show before we picked to watch it?
I knew that I loved Mo because I watched Mo's 2 comedy specials on Netflix. So he has one called Mo Amer the Vagabond. It's his first comedy special on Netflix, and he has a follow-up to that one, Mo Amer Muhammad in Texas.
This
so
is my
I liked
first
him.
time hearing about any of these stand-up specials.
Come on.
I didn't know. I knew nothing. Like, knew nothing about Mo.
Oh, wow.
Were they good?
Yeah,
is he funny? I mean, I guess he's
so
funny.
Good. Like, he's so funny. His humor, of course, has like a lot of Houston references, which I like. Mm-hmm. But he also like tells a lot of his personal life struggles in a really funny way. I thought they were both really hugely funny.
Is the show about his real life?
The show is about his real life. So actually having watched the specials, I was able to kind of litmus test the show.
I was oblivious to the whole Mo phenomenon.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. Okay, Mo. So what would you say, what would you tell someone the show was about?
Yeah, I would say this show is about the struggles and triumphs of the immigrant experience in America.
Well, and I would add to that the Palestinian immigrant experience, because
correct.
I don't know of another show about a Palestinian, and maybe I'm ignorant to it, but I can't think of another I mean, there's Muslim characters here and there on shows, and I guess if you know, on Netflix, I'm sure there are many Muslim shows. But Palestinian was new to me, and I enjoyed the way that they mixed in his Palestinian life and heritage into the show. So that was new. And the other part of this thing is it's about a person who doesn't have a work permit, I guess you would say, or he can't legally work in America.
He's not here legally, right?
No, he's here legally.
Right, he's seeking asylum.
Work legally.
Yeah, he can't work.
Which, in the very first scene, they kind of set it up that he's in the middle of this 20-year asylum paperwork. I was so confused.
Whole mess.
How is this possible? What do they expect him to do if he's allowed to be here, but he can't
while he's
work?
waiting 20 years? Right. And according to his comedy special, that is true of his real life.
No. Seriously?
Yes.
How is that possible?
That happened to Mo right here in the city of Houston.
I'm speechless. What takes so long? Does he say? I mean, I guess I'm asking a comedian to explain to me
right.
the intricacies
Did you explain?
of the.
No.
But what is taking so long?
I do not know.
I don't even know where to go. Like
you're flabbergasted, right?
I'm embarrassed. Like, how are you gonna be here 20 years and they're still processing paperwork?
Well, we got to watch the show and find out.
I mean, and I can't help but think it has something to do with him being Muslim, right? I can't help but think that.
Well, he has this bit in the first comedy special where he does this thing about having called the immigration office. And he starts off with like, hey, ma'am, yes, I'm just calling to check on my asylum case. And she's like, okay, baby, what's your last name? And he's like, Ammer, like America without the Icka. And she's like, oh, okay.
Right.
And then she's like, and your first name? And he's like, Muhammad.
Oh.
What? Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, his comedian's version is of her going, baby, you're not getting that in that asylum anytime soon.
I mean, I'm laughing, but that's terrible.
It's terrible. It's so tragic. It's tragic.
This actually, what you're saying brings a whole new, because I thought it was a joke. When he said that he's got this asylum case that's been processing for 20 years, I was like, haha, maybe it's 2 years. But you're saying, like, I
plus 20.
I don't even.
Right. What do you say?
I mean, it colors the whole rest of the show for me, right? That is happening to him.
That really happened to him.
Man. Okay, so how does the show look, sound, and feel?
Kind of has like a little bit of a retro feel in terms of the way that it's filmed.
Mm-hmm.
I like the scenes where he's driving around. Like they spend a good deal of time with like nothing happening except Mo driving around Houston.
Right.
Like I feel like part of the
now is this because you're from Houston and you were looking?
Yeah, but I feel like the appeal of the show is really seeing an American city, and like part of it is just understanding where he lives.
Yeah, and I thought. There's a hip hop soundtrack.
Of course.
Like he's in the hip hop generation, hip hop era. And it's a fast, I wouldn't say that the show is choppy, but it's sort of a fast moving show. And
yeah, it is.
It puts you in the mind. So because he has this work situation, he's a hustler, right? Like he has to hustle. Mm-hmm. And the show is like a day in a day in his life. And you get the show is shot very much in this hustler energy. Where he's here for 5 minutes, here for 20 minutes, here for 5. Like he's always on the go. He rarely ever is settled. Even in the scene with his girlfriend, we meet his girlfriend in the first episode.
Yeah.
He's like there, but then he has to go, right?
Then he's popping up and going to his mother's house.
Yeah. And when he's home, right? It's like he's there.
Yeah.
And then I got to go here. And he's here. It's shot in this day in the life, but like hustler mentality. Okay, but here's what I really liked about the show. I liked, and I think all series premieres are going to do this, but I like the way they did it. They introduced us to his girlfriend. They had some funny moments. They're kind of like showing Mo in all of his elements, right? Like they showed him with his girlfriend. He's sweet and sensitive and funny. Then they show him with his mom. He has this ridiculous scene where his mom is on the like a FaceTime. Right. And she's FaceTiming with aunties, and she's like, good on the phone with, and the aunties have the phone like super close to their face.
Okay, did I tell you about this time that my mom, it's the early days where she's trying to learn how to use FaceTime, and her pastor called her on FaceTime to check in on her, and she's holding the phone up to her ear. So he is getting like the full on view of her entire ear. And I'm like, Mommy, move the phone.
But Jobina, how is she like, even in that situation? Like, what are you doing as a daughter to like, you've never FaceTime your mother?
No, we live in the same city. I accept full responsibility. Let me just start there. I know this was my fault. It was my fault. I corrected it, but I really felt so bad that she did not understand that, like, I'm seeing this man's face on the screen, and therefore I don't need to put the phone up to my ear.
We had this same thing come up when Zoom meeting started, and we had the
yes,
coworkers.
Lord.
We were looking up their noses the whole time. We were looking at their foreheads the whole time.
Nobody knew how to go on mute. Like, put yourself on mute.
But we also saw Mo's brother, who I loved. I think the brother is on the autism spectrum in some way. He's autistic. They didn't explicitly say that. But this was another aspect of the show, is that they don't have healthcare. So like at one point, Mo gets into a compromising situation, and he literally gets off the little gurney that they're going to load him to the hospital because he can't. He's like, I can't afford.
Like, I'm not going. I can't afford it.
$5,000 ride.
Yeah,
and it's like the show is really tackling tough issues. Like the show tackles the healthcare industry. The show tackles gun violence. The show tackles, even there was a moment where he had these two uncle type characters who were arguing about Israel and Palestine, right? Like the show tackles all these real issues, but like through a comedic lens and also through a very fast paced lens, right? Like they don't dwell.
Yeah.
There's not like a heartwarming moment where we talk about healthcare. It's just boom, bow,
boom,
funny, move on to the next thing.
Hence the dramedy. I mean, you have perfectly described a dramedy. That's it.
Yeah, and it was this thing, like a part of the storyline too is it's kind of fast moving, and then at the end it does slow down and it gets very sentimental. He has a moment with his mother, and we hear about, why his father's not present in the episode. So it's like it kind of. And I don't know if every episode is going to be like this, where it's fast paced and then there's a sentimental moment at the end.
So I maybe we kind of read each other's minds here, because I like that about the first episode as well. Like, I liked that we got introduced to a lot of different people in Mo's life in one episode. Like, I like seeing his best friend, who
did you recognize the best friend?
I mean, so let me back up. I recognized him clearly because I have Instagram, so I saw the whole feed with the monochromatic outfits and the singing and all that. But I could not think of his name.
Toby and Weeg Way. That is my
shame
guy.
on me. Shame on me.
I love him. So this is when you told me the show was set in Houston. I hadn't thought about that then. So when Toby's on the scene, I said, well, why is Toby, like, he's not an actor, right? Like, what is he doing here? I looked, he's from Houston. So I don't know if him and Mo are friends or Mo has just got Houston love, but shout out to Mo for like putting Toby on. Toby is the one who has that song.
He was good.
Yeah, he was very good. But Toby's the one who has that song.
I thought he was a great actor.
Try Jesus. Have you heard that? Try Jesus. It sounds like a setup for a gospel song. It's try Jesus, but don't try me because I fight.
No.
Toby Weegway is my guy, man. Shout out to him for being in this thing. And like I said, he can act. Now, though, there was a character who could not act. So at one point, Mo, when he refused medical care, he goes to his tattoo artist to get stitched up. The tattoo artist, who was probably also a Houston legend, presumably.
He might be.
He needs some
You
more
thought he was
classes.
bad.
Yeah. He was only, but that was the thing. Like, he was the only, we met so many characters and so many of them acted well that he stood out as the bad actor.
He stood out.
And I feel bad.
I
feel bad for saying this, but because he did provide Mo with some scissor, like he did hook him up with the with the famous
And he sewed up the wound.
He sewed up the wound. He the famous, what is it, cough syrup and soda, right?
And soda.
They were using that as an anesthetic and pain suppressant, all the above.
All in one. I mean, I'm not familiar with scissor, having never had it myself, but if you say so.
But it's in like all the 90s rap songs, all the 2000s. No, this was 2000s. All the 2000s rap songs. Like when you go buy any type of decongestant medicine, you have to show your ID.
You have to show your ID.
Yeah, this is because people were making scissor. That purple drink, all that. That's from this. And he was like, he literally sewed him up and then like gave him cough syrup. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Take this.
The other thing we saw in the episode was him. We said he's this hustler. He ends up selling bootleg merchandise. And he sells this older white guy, of all things, he sells him Kanye slides. And first of all, those are the ugliest shoes
so ugly
I've ever seen. Actually, they're not the Kanye slides because they're the Kanye moon boot croc-ish thing.
Yeah.
I do not understand. And he sold them bootleg for $200. I don't know how much the shoes cost.
I don't either, but here's the thing. I think they're ugly on purpose. I think they are so heinous just to see how many of us would be foolish enough to take our hard-earned money, buy them, and put that trash on our feet. They are horrible. And they're horrible.
Then he sold the guy like a Chanel purse, something like that. And he told
a Chanel bag for his wife.
He told the guy, like, this bag costs $20,000, which is real. There are actual purses that cost $20,000. I just can't see myself doing it. Kanye slides, $20,000 purses. I'm out. Like I'm out that game.
Yeah, as a purse carrier, I can tell you right now, there is no way. I guess maybe if I had it, I would think differently, but I just cannot imagine spending that much money on.
But don't you have to hire a security guard if you're going to have a bag that expensive? Right? Like people, rappers and stuff who try to flex and have jewelry on, they get robbed all the time. Okay, anything else we need to know about this show?
So I just want to prepare the viewers for the fact that olive oil and and carrying it on your person as a special role in the show.
He twice in the first episode, he pulls a bottle, not like a plastic to-go container. He pulls out a crystal bottle of olive oil to put on his food. One of which was at like a grocery store, and they were serving samples. and I didn't know that. I think he suggested that hummus was from Palestine. I don't know that that's all the way true, but I don't know. Do you like hummus? Are you a hummus person?
Okay, I love hummus. Now, I probably am not getting the version that Mo would endorse, but I got to tell you, I'm a purist. I'm not going to be eating any roasted red pepper hummus.
Oh, that's the only one I like.
Come on, you cannot be buying that stuff. No,
wait.
Hummus,
I feel like
olive oil. No,
I feel like roasted red pepper is culturally appropriate.
No, you might as well get the chocolate hummus that they were selling in that grocery store and eat it.
That's what. So the woman tried to offer him chocolate hummus, and he was like, "You just insulted my grandmother." Right. Do you have a Costco membership?
Oh, of course.
Do you do the samples? You can get a whole meal from samples.
From Costco. You really can. So I definitely love the samples.
Do they suck you in with the purchasing though?
Yeah, I was going to say, but here's what it comes with. It comes with a side of guilt. Because it's like, here is this broccoli chip.
Right.
In addition, here's your side of guilt for not buying it. So I am the type of person who, if it is moderately tasty, like if this is something I can see myself eating, I feel like I've got to, like they're like, okay, here's the coupon. And the next thing I know, I'm on my way to the freezer case to get I used to feel guilt. Now I don't. Like I will carry on a full conversation with the person. I will tell them how like this strawberry salsa is amazing. Like I have never had anything like this before in my life. Thank you much.
goodbye. And I will not get the strawberry salsa because I don't need strawberry salsa right now.
No, but here's the thing. I think strawberry salsa is as much of an insult as chocolate hummus. Like, stay away from that stuff.
What? Have you had strawberry salsa?
Okay, what are you eating?
Have you had strawberry salsa?
I have not, and nor do I intend to.
It is so delicious. Have you had mango salsa?
Why? Yes. Now,
Also
mango
delicious.
salsa is appropriate.
Wait,
it's appropriate.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, who are you to talk about what salsa is appropriate? Second of all, how
let
can
me tell you
strawberry
something.
not be appropriate?
You live in Ohio. I live in Texas. I feel like I get to be the authority on salsa.
I feel like you need to don't knock it till you try it. Like strawberry salsa is amazing.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
All right, I think that's all there is about the show. Like I think we've told the people what they need to know about the show.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
So here's the question. Will you continue watching the show or will it be a one episode stand?
Every single episode.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it because I like Mo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's funny.
Right.
I think they hit the right notes in
Right.
terms of like drama and comedy.
Right.
And it is in Houston. I mean, even if I just watch it so that I can see if I recognize all the places that he goes in every episode, I'm going to do
if
it.
this show was in Atlanta, you wouldn't be as hyped.
Maybe I wouldn't be as interested.
I just feel like
but I love it.
I feel like they got you with the Houston line.
They did.
I'm not gonna run to watch it.
You're not.
I'm not gonna run. I'm interested in it, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna run to watch it. I don't know if dramedy is really my thing.
It's not your thing.
I almost feel like give me one or the other. I don't know. Dramedy has to grow on me. I've just heard the word for the first time today. That idea has to grow on me. Because I think sometimes the drama can be corny if it's couched in comedy. So we'll see.
If you try to make it too funny. This says the man who eats strawberry salsa. I mean, I feel like your taste just got way discerning.
The strawberry salsa fans out there are with me. Like, we will ease into dramedies. So
all five of them.
So what else are you watching, Tobina? Give the people something else to watch.
Okay, I just watched the stand-up special for Shang Wang, Sweet and Juicy.
I saw that.
And I loved it. Now, I am going to admit that Shang Wang is also from Houston.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
From Houston. He is, and that also made me enjoy it all the more.
So I saw that. So Shang Wang has a certain style of delivery. Like he has a certain
I love his
shtick.
delivery. That's it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it for the first 30 minutes, and after that I was like, okay.
Oh,
like,
you were
out. I
out.
get it. Like, you know, like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it. It was good. Like,
I mean,
he's funny, but after a while,
he's very funny.
That stick style delivery, I was like, okay, I'm good.
No, I really liked it. But I was also the kid who listened to Walter Cronkite growing up just because I liked the cadence of his voice.
Okay.
Like, I didn't care what he was saying. I just liked his style of speaking. So
Walter
it didn't bother me at
Cronkite
all.
Have to do with Shang?
Well, you just talked about his delivery, and I was thinking about cadence of a voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
liked
finished
him.
Better Call Saul. Have you gotten into Better Call Saul?
No, I mean, I know what it's about, but I have never watched it.
Did you do Breaking Bad? Did you watch that?
I did. I did Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Better Call Saul. I thought Better Call Saul was better than Breaking Bad. Like,
It was better.
I enjoyed
Okay.
it. Breaking Bad was okay to me. Like, I know everyone was excited about it, and it was good. And it was okay for me. Better Call Saul, I was really into that show.
It was better.
And I just finished it. Yeah.
Now, but how old is Better Call Saul? Like, when did it come out?
I think it had 6 seasons and it just finished. I think they just finished the last season a couple months ago. So. And
you binge watched the whole thing over several weeks, or?
No, it took me about 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because so these networks, they've gotten pretty clever about, like, you can't just get like a 7-day trial and binge watch stuff.
No.
You have to buy episodes on Amazon and then go to AMC for the second half of the season. So I had to patchwork my way through Better Call Saul, but it was worth it. I ended up paying about $25 for the last season, which was weird. But,
wow.
But, you know, hey.
You were willing.
I was willing. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you all for listening to One Episode Stand. The theme music is Freedom by Paradox Hip Hop. We'll be back next time with another series premiere. If you'd like the show, rate and subscribe. Jobina, every story has a moral. Let's end on this. What was the moral of this episode?
All right, the moral of this episode, Luther, I think this will help you. Hummus has several basic ingredients, of which chocolate, roasted bell peppers are not one. Like, leave the hummus alone. Just leave it pure and eat it. That's the moral of the episode.
Okay. I see your moral, and I'm going to raise you.
And you're going to raise me one. Strawberries
are good in everything. Like salsa, on cheesecake. You know what? I've never tried a strawberry and rhubarb pie. Have you ever had that before?
I have. It's delicious.
Is it really?
It is so good. I love
It's such a
rhubarb.
Jobina, did you just say you love rhubarb?
I do. I love it. It's so good.
I've never even had rhubarb.
I mean, I only like it one way, and that's sweet in a pie with strawberries, but it tastes good.
But what is rhubarb? Isn't it a stalk? Like celery?
Rhubarb is kind of like a celery stalk that can be sweetened, but it doesn't have that same stringy texture.
Okay, well.
There you have it, folks.
There you have it. Come back next week for more strawberry recipes. All right, everybody, take care. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.